Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about self-esteem, how to improve your self-esteem and also improve your confidence. This is something that is near and dear to my heart because I was someone who didn't have a whole lot of confidence growing up. Mainly because I think society says that, we should look one certain way, and I did not fit that description. I am obviously a dark-skinned woman, and when I was younger, I used to get called names, blackie, burnt chocolate. I used to get called some very, very mean things, and I also just felt like as a dark-skinned woman, you had to have something going for yourself, whether that was you had to have long hair, or you had to have a nice smile, or you just had to have something. You had to be super smart or just, friendly. You had to have something if you were a dark-skinned woman. At least that's how I felt. Have come a long way. Like, I promise, you would not believe the lack of confidence I had, the lack of self-esteem that I had, in my prior years. I have really come a long way to get to where I am today in order to say that I am confident in who I am. I shared this with some friends when we went on a trip, and honestly it kind of became like a waterworks because it's just so hard to grow up, on a black woman, but a dark-skinned black woman at that. And that's why I used to do things like try to lighten my pictures, or do something crazy so that I could feel accepted into society. But thank God I am a long way away from that. And then I'm going to help you also get to a place where you can also be confident in yourself and have great self-esteem, because you truly have to just know your worth, know who you are, know God made you the way that you are for a reason, and He does not make any mistakes. Like, you have to be able to look in the mirror like, God, yes, you did what needed to be done when it came to me. You did not hold back when it came to me, because I am this amazing person, and I am created in the image of you. You're created in the image of God in the end of the day. So let's get into the video. Let's talk about what self-esteem is, and what confidence is in general. So essentially what self-esteem is how we value and perceive ourselves. It's what we think of ourselves, what we believe of ourselves, what we look at and think of ourselves when we see ourselves in the mirror. So that's exactly what self-esteem is. Now, your opinion of yourself can be easily fluctuated, or it can be easily swayed, again, by society or social media or something like that. Don't get me wrong, it's very difficult, to do. There are some days where I do still struggle. I'm human at the end of the day, and I'm not perfect. Nothing is ever 100%. But I have made a lot of strides to improve what I used to feel about myself and how I perceive. So let's get into the tips that will also help you improve your self-esteem and boost your confidence. So one of the very first tips that I have is just to stop comparing yourself. That, oh my gosh, is key, because comparison is the thief of joy. You hear it all the time. It's written in the Bible. God tells us, do not compare yourselves to anyone else. And what do we see on social media? We see all of the things that we want on social media, because no one ever puts their failures on social media. It's always like the highlight, of someone else's lives, or someone else's life. So let's say you are trying to achieve your fitness goals. You have been trying to work out, but you're not where you want to be physically. But then you get on to social media, you get on Instagram, and your explore feed has all of these fit women on it, and then you start saying, well, I can't, I don't look like that. I've been putting in this work. I don't look like that. And then you start to doubt yourself, and then you start to dislike yourself, and that brings your self-esteem down even lower. Or you may compare your life in general to someone else, and you might say, I'm sitting here, I'm working hard, I am doing everything I can to achieve, you know, my next level of life, like next level in life, my next goal. And you see someone on there around the same age as you who is living the life, or so it seems, because again, this is all a highlight reel. So you might see them just pick up their bag and go travel. You might see them with the biggest house that you know have seen, and you're wondering how can they get that for their age. Or you might see them with all of these things, material things, and you are now doubting yourself. You're like, I'm working this hard for what? I don't have any of those things. I have nothing to show for it. You don't have, you know, you may not be in a house yet. You may not have the car that you want. And then again, you start to compare yourself and then dislike yourself because you do not have those things. It literally sends you into a mode of depression. But at the end of the day, again, you don't know what those people went through to get what they had. You don't know if the person who is going on all these trips and doing all of these things is actually crying at night because they're lonely because they don't have a spouse, but you have that. You know, it's just so many things that you could compare yourself to, and you don't know what it is that that person's going through, and the next thing you know, you are hating yourself. Your self-esteem is like you have no confidence in yourself anymore. So that is the main thing. Just stop comparing yourself. Why can you not be happy with what you have? Expressing that gratitude for the things that you have currently is going to also help you when you get to where you want to be in life. Okay, everybody has a different journey. Everybody has their own lane to be in. So just find your lane and stick with that. We are not in competition with one another. I am not sure why we feel like we have to be in competition. We have to figure out, you know, how we can beat this person, how we can be more successful than this person, how we can get, you know, more likes than this person. I don't know where that came from, but there's enough room for all of us to eat. It is. I have always said that. I have always preached that. We can all eat at the table, okay? Let's just make room for everybody at the table, you know, instead of being upset and being mad that you are not where you want to be. If you have to go and unfollow the people you are comparing yourselves to, then you do that so that you can have a peace of mind, so that you can start to really hone in on your own confidence level and that type of thing. You have to stop comparing. Like for me too, I didn't ever really have the body of a lot of the women that you see today. Like I am petite. I am very small framed. I do not have much up top nor up on the bottom, but that's okay. I've just learned to embrace who I am and find things that work for me. And I've just had to learn to just not compare myself to those women. Like I am not made to be looking like them, and I'm not made that way for a reason. So I just had to like really come to terms with that and understand that as well. So yeah. The next tip I am going to say is to invest in your appearance. Like, now, with that, I'm not saying that you have to always be this aesthetically pleasing looking person. But what I am saying is at least have, you know, your hair done. Just take the brush, make sure your hair is brushed, your hair is combed, or it's done in braids or some type of style that works for you. Also, just invest in your skin. Now, I don't have on any makeup. This is no makeup, and I do not have any problem with people who put on makeup, you know, wear makeup all the time. The reason that I'm doing this video, you know, in no makeup is to show that I am actually confident without makeup. I honestly did not start wearing makeup until I got to college, really. And even then I would only wear it kind of sporadically, just here and there. Now I've gotten a little bit more into it because I feel like I shouldn't be in my 30s and not know how to do makeup. So I do practice in makeup a little bit more because I want to actually perfect that, because I'm tired of paying $120 sometimes just to have my makeup done. So I do wear it a little bit more now so that I can get that actual practice, but it's not something that I feel like I have to have on all of the time. I'm actually very comfortable in my skin now, and that is something that I hope that you could emulate as well and be comfortable in who you are. But I do think you should look polished. So, I make sure that I keep my skin together. I'm doing, a facial wash routine morning and night. I do get facials here and there. I, wear my sunscreen. I do those things so that I can just help remove any premature fine wrinkles and things of that nature. And so that I don't have just bad skin. Honestly, I feel like that you have to have good skincare anyway before you wear makeup. So that's just something that I do try to invest in. Also, nails. I do not go and get my nails done really any longer. I do still go get a pedicure because I just feel like you have to keep your toes up as a woman. But nails, baby, I am good for a press-on. This is a press-on set. This is a press-on, and I'm good for that. Now, I can't always necessarily have my nails done because of the field that I work in. I do work in healthcare, so a lot of the times we're not supposed to have on artificial nails, and certain polishes we can't wear either. But if I do my nails myself, usually I will get a short press on, or I will just do a basic color just so I have something on my nails, or I'll just wear them bare, but I'll make sure that the nails itself, they're manicured so that they look presentable, or I'll just do like a clear polish or something like that. I do have these nails on because I did go to a wedding, so these are a little bit longer than what I would normally wear for my job. But at the end of the day, the point is you can keep yourself up and keep your appearance up by just simply investing in your nails for all of maybe $7 or $8. From Target or Walmart, you can get you a nice press-on set, and that will take you so far. Like, people be like, oh, you look so nice, you just look so put together, and you're like, oh, thank you, and knowing you didn't spend anything, but just that is enough to just boost your confidence. And that's another thing, like, put some clothes on. Now, I'm a mom. I am not the one to just be in sweats. I'm not the one to be in sweats all the time. I do feel like you can look decent and presentable in a nice two-piece set from Amazon, or just a nice shirt with jeans or shorts or something like that, but not necessarily have on the sweatpants. My husband actually is someone who, he kind of talks about me, because anytime we go out somewhere, into the grocery store, or even if it's just to the gas station, I will not put on any sweats. Like, I'm putting on clothes, and he's always like, just throw some sweats on, just throw some sweats on. I'm like, you've known me long enough now to know that I'm just not a throw a sweats on type of girl, because I just really am invested in what I look like and how I present myself. That's honestly just something I like to do. I like to be presentable, because honestly, when you look good, you feel good. I know y'all have heard that before, and that saying is true. You look good, you feel good. I wake up, I put on clothes, I feel like $1,000,000 easily, because I just feel put together, and also just helps produce, my productivity, and helps me get my day going when I look presentable. And that's just it. So take some time to just really invest in your appearance, whatever that looks like for you. I want you to find a way to make yourself look decent or good. You don't have to spend a lot, but just make yourself look decent on a day-to-day basis, and that is going to help your confidence so much. And don't say, oh, I'm throwing this on, I'm trying to look good for other people, because you're not. Like, you should want to look good for yourself. You should want to smell good for yourself. It shouldn't have to be for anybody else. So just make sure that you are taking the time to love on you, love on yourself in that way, by saying, I am going to look the very best that I can. That's it. Another tip, surround yourself with positive people. I cannot tell you the impact that having positive people means to you and for your life. If you are constantly surrounded by people who do not think highly of themselves, do not think highly of, other people, don't value anything in life, then that will fall on you. There's a saying that says if you want to know how you're going to be, look at the 5 closest people that you hang out with. And again, if you are hanging out with people who just do not care about themselves, don't care about how they look, do not care about anything in life, then that will also probably fall on you at some point. So you just have to be careful. You want to surround yourself with people who are highly confident, people who have great self-esteem, people who value themselves, value life, value, just other things, and people who can help you on your self-confidence journey. People who are going to, if you are not feeling confident, they're going to take you by the hand. Hey girl, what's going on? How can I help you improve your confidence? If you are struggling with your appearance, they might say, hey, why don't you try X, Y, and Z? Why don't you try this look? But yeah, you are going to want someone who basically just speaks life into you and can help you. If you have someone that speaks life into you, that can also just kind of help you, improve your self-esteem and hopefully help you view yourself a lot better. So the next tip you want is to stop valuing other people's opinions so much. People will always have something to say. They will always have something to think. And it's not always going to be the right thing. Opinions are just that. They are opinions. It doesn't mean that it's a fact. You should be valuing what you feel and what you think over what someone else feels and what they think, because they don't know you and they should not have that much power or control over you to allow their thoughts to be valid. Somebody might think that you are a 6, rating wise, but then there might be the next person who thinks you are a 10. There may be someone who thinks that your outfit is a 3 because that's just not their style. But then there may be another person who feels like you have the baddest outfit on out there. And it's so subjective. Opinions are just so subjective and they literally mean nothing. What do you feel about yourself? How do you value yourself? How do you view yourself? How do you feel in that outfit? How do you feel with that jewelry on? How do you feel with that particular necklace on? What gets you up and gets you going? Your opinion of yourself truly, honestly, should be the only opinion that matters. No one else's, because what is that going to do? What is that going to do for you? Absolutely nothing, but make you, overanalyze. It's going to make you critique yourself even more, going to make you think. And I'll give an example. Like I had a family member who told another family member, oh, this particular, style makes you look much older than what you are. And that person, I'm trying not to say any names, but that person then kind of started thinking like, oh, well, how long you been thinking that? Oh, what else makes me look older? And that person then comes to me, well, do you think that this makes me look older too? Older than what I am? And you see how that cycle goes? That cycle just goes downhill from there. And then that person just that quickly lost that much more confidence in themselves. Like they might have been here, confidence level went here based off of what one person said. And I didn't necessarily think that, but again, it just goes to show you how these opinions are just so subjective and they just truly don't matter. But if you stop analyzing, the opinions of others, then you will have more confidence and your self-esteem will be much higher because you would know who you are. You would be so confident in yourself that nobody else's opinion could deter you at all from what you felt about yourself. And it would show, it would radiate, not only would radiate from the inside out because you were just that confident. You exuded that much confidence. The next tip I would have to say is to walk in rooms like you're the stuff. Like you have to. Even if you have to to fake it for just a short period of time. Like walk in, like I know what I bring to the table. You can't tell me what I bring to the table. You can't change what I bring to the table because I know who I am as a person. That will help you. That will automatically boost your confidence, because if you don't walk like that, if you don't present yourself like that, then why is somebody else going to believe you? Who's going to believe you? I'll wait. Nobody. If you don't have that confidence, you don't walk into the room with your head held high and you're stride across that room, nobody is going to believe you are a confident person. Same with speaking. If you, for instance, are just you're stuttering, that doesn't put off that you're confident in that particular topic. Is that right? So it's the same when you are, walking into the room. You're going to walk into that room and own that room. Like, you know who you are and what you bring to the table. And I promise your self-esteem, baby, it's going to be up here. It's going to be up here. And people are going to look at you and say, wow, that person has so much confidence. Like, wow, I want to be like that person. I want to have that much confidence when I get into a room or when I'm around people and things of that nature. So you just have to know who you are. If you don't stand for who you are, you're going to fall for anything, and you're going to fall to be just like this next person or the person over here, the person over there, because you're trying so hard to figure out who you are. Okay? So walk in there like you own that room. And then the last tip I want to say, the last thing that I want to encourage you to do is to spend some time alone. I just kind of previously mentioned it, but if you don't know who you are in yourself, you are not going to know what it is that you like. When you spend time with yourself, you can know what you like to eat. You can know what your favorite color is. You can know the beliefs that you value. You can have certain stances on particular topics. You can know what you like to look like. You know what you want your style to be, and that might be something that's ever evolving and ever changing. But you would at least know. You would know what you like on your body and how you like your body to look. You would know how you like your makeup to look. You find out these things by spending time by yourself. When you don't know who you are yet as a person and you get around another group of people, you can easily start to conform to who they are and what they like. It's so easy to do. So easy to do. When you get that exposure from certain things, you might want that particular life or that particular lifestyle, and you might do whatever you can to get that. So you really have to know who you are by just spending that alone time by yourself. My mom would always say, like, oh, if your friend jumped off a bridge, does that mean you're gonna go jump off a bridge too? And my answer would be no. But I mean, this is like wild. This is just like bizarre and extreme. But again, it's just, I know who I am and what it is that I would and would not do. It's as simple as that. So yeah, just spend that time, get to know who you are, and that can just really help improve your confidence as well. That is it, guys. So far, I just want to make sure that you receive these good tips and that you also just improve your confidence. Like, I want you to know you are special. You are you're beautifully made. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. That's what the Bible says. So you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God, and so you have to walk like it. You have to own it. You can't control anyone's thoughts of you, but you can control how you view yourself. And so that's what I want you to work on. And so that next time we meet here, I want you to be able to say, hey, my confidence improved so much. I believe that I am beautiful. Speak affirmations. Every morning when you wake up, say, I am amazing, I am beautiful, I'm smart. Speak affirmations. And so you constantly train your mind to think these things, and that's what you are going to feel. That's what's going to exude, because you have training your mind to believe I really am beautiful, I really am smart, I really do love myself. If you don't love and value yourself, baby, I promise you nobody else will. I promise you. And you want to do these things for yourself so that you could be the best version of yourself. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. If you would, please like and comment on this video. Tell me what you thought. Tell me you know, if you've had any issues before, if you have any other tips that might help other, you know, listeners and viewers out there to improve their self-confidence. It's a work in progress, y'all. Every day, fight, fight, fight. Fight for your confidence. Fight for your self-esteem. Fight for your life, literally, because it's so important. It is so important how you view yourself. Okay, so again, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I will be sure to catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.